Hi guys! Today I am doing another Look for Less video. The Thomas Kinkade lantern is $69.99 each, so I decided to do my version, and my version only cost $14, and almost everything came from Dollar Tree. Please remember, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Just click that subscribe button right below the video on the right. And if you want notifications for when I upload tutorials, just click the bell and YouTube will notify you. I did a Mackenzie Childs inspired floral arrangement a few days ago, and I got a lot of positive feedback on it, so I decided to continue trying to find some looks for less. And so I really like Thomas Kinkade, and when I was a kid we used to go to Branson and go tour one of his galleries, and so when I found this one online I thought I'm going to try to make this lantern for less, so I made it for $14. So you're going to need 5 of the 5x7 photo frames from Dollar Tree, and you will want to hot glue your glass into your frames. You might want to use a combination of Gorilla Glue hot glue and E6000 to hot glue your glass securely into all 5 photo frames. You will want to make sure that your glue has had time to completely dry before moving your frames. You can use whatever color photo frames you would like for this DIY. I just happened to find these rose gold ones at Dollar Tree and I thought they were really pretty. So now I'm going to glue 4 of the 5 photo frames together. So I'm just going to glue them where that it makes a box shape. Make sure before you glue them that you play with them so that you can figure out how to make it so that it's square. I made a fall lantern a couple months ago, and I made it the same way, but for some reason this time I did not glue mine perfect, so mine is not a perfect square. Next, after your glue has had time to dry, then you're going to want to take some foam board and trace the bottom of your lantern, and you'll need to cut it out a little bit smaller than it is and just glue it onto the bottom of your lantern. Then you'll want to add 3 bags of the Dollar Tree snow. Next, I'm adding some miniature village pieces that I picked up at Dollar Tree. So first I'm starting with a little antique house, and next I wanted the little snowman and the Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus to be up a little bit higher. So I'm just taking a plastic lid and I'm going to hot glue the 3 of them onto the plastic lid and then let it dry. Next, I'm going to place them in the lantern, but first I move the snow back a little bit, and then I put the antique shop back in and kind of scoot the snow so that your antique shop sits where it doesn't move around. Same way with your little bottle brush trees. If you felt more comfortable, you could use a lid or something to hot glue your trees so that they do not move, but we moved this several times and they did not fall over or move. Now for the top, I used the last frame. I just glued the glass in, but before I put the lid on top, I added some twinkling lights. So the Dollar Tree LED battery powered lights will work perfect. So I just placed my lights in the lantern. And then since I am not gluing the top frame on, that way you can change out the scene in your lantern and also easily change your lights and the batteries, because there's a spot in the back where the cord goes out, and then you just slide the battery box right there behind the lantern. And then now I'm using some Dollar Tree ribbon to tie a bow. So first I'm dovetailing the ends. So fold your ribbon in half with your edges to the left side. Go to the folded side and cut away from the fold, and that makes the pretty V on the ends. Now this ribbon is a little bit more difficult to work with, so it's a little bit harder to make a bow with this one, but it still turns out pretty. So I cut 7 strips at 14 inches. Next, you'll take 1 strip of ribbon, make a loop, pinch it tightly. Now you'll want to leave a couple inches below your fingers. You're going to do the same steps with all 7 strips of ribbon. So make a loop, pinch it together, leaving a couple inches below your fingers, add it to your first loop. Try to make your loops the same size each time, same steps with all 7 strips of ribbon. Then you'll want to have a pipe cleaner close by. You do not have to add anything to the top of your lantern. It looks pretty without anything, but I always like to add a bow to things. So here I'm just taking the pipe cleaner, twisting it tightly around the ribbon, then I'm spreading the tails out first, and then I'm going to fluff the loops of the bow. Now I did not glue anything onto the top of my lantern. That way I can change it with the seasons if I want to. I did make a little swag for this lantern, and I just took 2 of the white glitter eucalyptus picks that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I made a tiny swag. Now you could use greenery, you don't have to use the white glitter picks, but if you decide to, just place 1 on the left, 1 on the right, overlapping the stems. Then you'll want to take a zip tie and wrap the zip tie tightly around the center of the stems, and then there you have a little swag. Then fluff your swag, and then you'll just take the pipe cleaner on your bow and wrap it around your swag. And then I trim the pipe cleaner short on my bow because I'm not attaching it to anything. I just sat it on the top of the lantern. So everything I used for this Thomas Kinkade inspired lantern can be purchased at Dollar Tree. So I have around $14 in this DIY, where if you go on Thomas Kinkade's website, they have 3 in the set and they're $69.99 each plus $9.99 shipping. If I had went with the 5x7 photo frames in black, then it probably would have looked closer to the Thomas Kinkade lanterns, but I just kind of like the rose gold because it's something different, and I've never found these before, but I think mine turned out good, especially for $14. So you'll have to let me know your thoughts. And it looks so pretty at night. I just love these twinkling lights. You can be really creative with this little lantern. You do not have to use the miniature village pieces. You could add Christmas ornaments. You could add an LED battery powered candle. There's all kinds of options with this DIY. I'm just giving you some ideas here. Another idea is maybe adding some Mod Podge to the top of the glass and then sprinkling some glitter in it to make it look like it's snowing. So that's just a thought too. So let me know what you think of this Thomas Kinkade inspired lantern, especially $14 versus $69.99. Thank you so much for watching, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that leaves such sweet and positive comments on my tutorials. I really appreciate it.